Doctors are now revealing a truth many seniors never considered. The bread you choose each morning could either protect your kidneys or quietly harm them. After 60, your kidneys are more fragile, and the healthy loaf you thought was safe may no longer be the best option. Whole wheat, multigrain, sprouted. Popular choices at Costco, Walmart, and local bakeries often carry hidden amounts of potassium, phosphorus, and sodium that put silent pressure on aging kidneys. But here's the good news. Not all breads are dangerous. In fact, some varieties are surprisingly safe, affordable, and widely available in American supermarkets. In this video, we'll reveal the 5 safest breads for kidney health after 60, choices backed by science, dietitian approved, and easy to include in your everyday meals. If you've ever wondered which bread really belongs on your plate, stay with me because this could be the change your kidneys need most. At number 5 on our list is a bread many seniors hesitate to try: pumpernickel, dark, dense, and full of flavor. It looks intimidating on the grocery shelf. For Richard Lee, a 70-year-old retiree from Milwaukee, pumpernickel carried both confusion and hope during his kidney health journey. Richard had always been a bread lover. For decades, he enjoyed thick slices of multigrain bread with peanut butter at breakfast. After his diagnosis of stage 2 kidney disease, his doctor advised him to reduce potassium and phosphorus. Richard assumed that meant saying goodbye to all the hearty breads he loved. "I thought darker bread meant more minerals and more trouble for my kidneys," he recalled. During a visit with his renal dietitian, Richard was surprised. She placed a package of store-brand pumpernickel in front of him and showed the label: potassium around 55 milligrams, phosphorus near 45 milligrams per slice. Compared to his multigrain loaf, which carried nearly double those numbers, pumpernickel was a safer option. Even better, the sodium content in the low-sodium version was under 140 milligrams per slice. Richard agreed to switch for 3 months. Slowly, he noticed changes. His lab results stabilized. His swelling decreased and he felt less fatigued. Most importantly, he felt he could still enjoy real bread without risking his health. "It gave me hope," he said. "I realized I didn't have to live on plain white toast every day." Still, not all pumpernickel is kidney-friendly. Some European-style or artisan loaves are larger, saltier, and much denser. For seniors, the safest approach is to stick with regular slice, low-sodium commercial versions commonly found at Walmart or Costco. Richard learned to check labels carefully, looking for serving sizes around 28 to 30 grams per slice. He paired his bread with cucumber slices or a light spread of cream cheese instead of salty deli meats. Richard's story shows that kidney nutrition isn't about fear. It's about adaptation. The right bread doesn't have to be bland. With small changes, seniors can rediscover joy at the table while protecting their kidneys. And as we move forward, you'll see how oat bread, another household favorite, can also play a surprising role in senior kidney care. At number 4 is oat bread, a choice that seems wholesome at first glance but requires careful attention for seniors with kidney concerns. In American kitchens, oats are a symbol of heart health. From bowls of oatmeal to oat-based snacks, they're praised for fiber and digestion support. So, it's no surprise that many seniors assume oat bread must also be kidney-friendly. But Richard Lee's experience taught him that the truth is more complicated. After adjusting to pumpernickel, Richard wanted variety. During a trip to his local Walmart, he reached for a loaf labeled whole grain oat bread. The package looked healthy with golden stalks of oats pictured on the front. Yet, when his dietitian checked the nutrition facts, she explained the hidden risk. A single slice carried nearly 80 milligrams of potassium and 85 milligrams of phosphorus, much higher than he expected. 2 slices at breakfast with his usual peanut butter pushed him far beyond his daily limits. The problem is that oat bread isn't standardized. Some brands mix mostly refined flour with just a sprinkle of oats on top, making the mineral content lower. Others use true whole oat flour, which significantly raises potassium and phosphorus. Sodium levels also swing widely from 120 to 180 milligrams per slice. For healthy adults, those numbers may seem minor, but for kidneys after 60, every milligram matters. Richard didn't want to give up on oat bread entirely. His dietitian guided him toward a low-sodium version with under 150 milligrams sodium per slice and simpler ingredients. She also encouraged him to limit portions, one slice at a time instead of two, and to swap high-potassium toppings like bananas or tomatoes for safer choices, such as cream cheese or thin cucumber slices. With those adjustments, oat bread became an occasional part of Richard's meal plan rather than a daily staple. It gave him some variety without overloading his kidneys. His story is a reminder that healthy labels can be misleading. Oats do carry benefits, but for kidney-conscious seniors, details matter far more than marketing. Reading labels, controlling portions, and pairing bread wisely can transform a potential problem into a safe choice. And as we move forward, we'll see how another so-called superfood, sprouted grain bread, can be both helpful and risky depending on how it's used. At number 3 is sprouted grain bread, often promoted as a superfood and displayed proudly in stores like Whole Foods or at farmers' markets. With labels such as Ezekiel bread, it looks wholesome and natural. Many seniors assume that if it's sprouted, it must be safe. But when it comes to kidneys after 60, the truth is not so simple. Sprouted grain bread is made by allowing whole grains to germinate before baking. This process lowers phytates, compounds that normally block mineral absorption, and makes nutrients more available. That sounds good, but for aging kidneys, it can backfire. Phosphorus in particular becomes more easily absorbed, which can silently accelerate kidney decline, weaken bones, and strain the heart. A standard slice of sprouted bread, about 35 grams, contains roughly 75 to 80 milligrams potassium, over 70 milligrams phosphorus, and 5 grams protein. These levels are far higher than white bread or even many oat breads. While protein and fiber help older adults, the added mineral burden can tip fragile kidneys over the edge. Richard Lee learned this firsthand. Hoping for a healthier choice, he switched to sprouted bread after reading positive reviews online. Within weeks of eating it daily, his phosphorus levels rose on his lab tests. "I thought I was making the right change," he admitted, but my results told another story. His dietitian reassured him that sprouted bread wasn't forbidden, but it needed moderation, not daily dependence. The safest way for seniors to include sprouted bread is with limits. Choose commercial low-sodium versions. Avoid loaves with extra seeds, nuts, or dairy ingredients, and keep portions to one slice at a time a few times per week. Pairing it with kidney-friendly toppings such as scrambled egg whites, cucumber, or sauté zucchini helps balance the meal. Sprouted bread teaches an important lesson. Not everything labeled superfood is automatically safe for seniors with kidney issues. The real strength lies not in the label, but in the wisdom to know how and when to enjoy it. And in our next section, we'll turn to a traditional classic, sourdough bread, that may offer benefits when chosen carefully. At number 2 is sourdough bread, a timeless favorite with roots going back centuries. In recent years, it has returned to American kitchens as both an artisan trend and a healthier option. For seniors managing kidney health, sourdough stands out not just for its taste, but for how it is made. Unlike regular breads, sourdough is created through natural fermentation with wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria. This slow process lowers phytates, which makes minerals easier to absorb and gives the bread its distinct tang. For kidneys, this has both benefits and cautions. On the positive side, sourdough made from refined white flour usually contains lower potassium and phosphorus than whole grain breads. A standard slice may have only 30 to 35 milligrams of potassium and under 30 milligrams of phosphorus, values that align well with kidney-friendly diets. Its gentle fermentation can also improve digestion and help stabilize blood sugar, an important benefit for seniors living with diabetes. But mineral absorption matters as much as the raw numbers. Because fermentation increases bioavailability, seniors with reduced kidney function must still use moderation, eating sourdough daily in large portions can quietly add stress to fragile kidneys. Sodium is another concern. Many commercial loaves contain around 170 milligrams per slice, while bakery or rustic styles often exceed 200 milligrams. That's why label reading is essential. Low-sodium supermarket brands are usually the safest bet. Richard Lee discovered sourdough after his doctor suggested he look for lighter breads. At first, he worried it might be too gourmet or expensive, but he found affordable low-sodium options at Costco. By replacing 2 slices of his old multigrain toast with 1 slice of sourdough at breakfast, he noticed fewer digestive issues and more consistent energy throughout the day. Sourdough shows that traditional methods can meet modern kidney needs. It offers flavor, variety, and cultural comfort without overwhelming the body if chosen wisely. And as we move into the final bread on our list, we'll explore the most underestimated option of all, white bread. Finally, at number 1, we come to the most underestimated bread of all, white bread. For decades, it has carried a reputation as processed, empty calories, and nutritionally inferior. Doctors often recommend whole wheat or multigrain instead. But for seniors with kidney concerns, white bread may actually be the safest and most practical choice. White bread is made from refined flour where the bran and germ are removed during processing. This lowers its fiber and vitamin content, which is why it's often criticized. Yet, the same process dramatically reduces potassium, phosphorus, and protein, the very nutrients that strained kidneys struggle with. A typical slice contains only about 25 milligrams potassium, 24 milligrams phosphorus, and less than 2 g of protein, making it one of the lowest mineral breads available. For someone with limited kidney function, those numbers matter more than anything else. Sodium remains the main caution. Some commercial loaves contain over 200 milligrams per slice. That's why seniors should choose low-sodium brands, ideally under 150 milligrams per slice. Widely available at Walmart, Costco, or even Dollar General. Reading labels carefully is essential, but once the right version is found, white bread offers a reliable kidney-safe base for meals. Richard Lee was reluctant at first. "I always thought white bread was unhealthy," he admitted. But after his dietitian explained the low mineral content, he gave it a try. Within weeks, he noticed less swelling in his ankles and more stable lab results. White bread also helped him avoid unintentional malnutrition. Seniors with kidney disease often restrict too many foods, risking weight loss and weakness. White bread provided quick energy and made it easier for Richard to maintain his daily calories. Perhaps the greatest advantage of white bread is its familiarity. Soft, inexpensive, and easy to digest, it allows seniors to keep enjoying sandwiches, morning toast, or simple snacks without fear. It may lack the glamour of artisan loaves, but when protecting kidneys after 60, simplicity can be the smartest choice. And with that, our top 5 breads are complete. But the story doesn't end here. Next, we'll explore how to apply these choices in real life. From grocery shopping to meal planning, so seniors can build truly kidney-friendly routines. Now that we've covered the 5 safest breads, the next challenge is practical application. Knowing which loaves to buy is important, but the real transformation comes from how you use them day to day. For seniors after 60, small steps at the supermarket and in the kitchen can make all the difference for kidney health. Start with shopping. Don't be swayed by front-label claims like multigrain, fiber-rich, or organic. These often sound healthy but may hide high potassium, phosphorus, or sodium. Flip to the nutrition facts. Look for breads with less than 150 milligrams sodium per slice, and preferably those that list serving sizes around 28 to 30 grams if potassium or phosphorus isn't listed. Avoid loaves with seeds, nuts, dairy, or heavy whole grains. Stores like Walmart, Costco, and even Dollar General now carry low-sodium options that fit these criteria. Buying in bulk and freezing is another helpful strategy. Safe breads aren't always in stock, so when you find one that works, purchase extra loaves and keep them in the freezer. This prevents waste, ensures steady access, and saves money on repeat trips. At home, think beyond the bread itself. What you spread or layer on top can make a safe slice unsafe. Peanut butter, cheese spreads, tomato slices, or deli meats can push potassium, phosphorus, and sodium far too high. Instead, opt for kidney-friendly toppings. Unsalted butter, scrambled egg whites, cream cheese without phosphorus additives, or thinly sliced cucumber and zucchini. Portion control matters, too. Stick to 1 or 2 slices per meal. Richard Lee found that keeping a simple bread journal helped. He wrote down the brands he tried, how his body felt afterward, and his lab results over time. Within weeks, he built his own safe list of breads and toppings that worked for him, making meals less stressful and more enjoyable. Most importantly, involve a renal dietitian. Every senior's needs are different, and personalized advice ensures you don't miss essential nutrients while protecting your kidneys. Practical application shows us that kidney-friendly eating is not about perfection. It's about consistency, awareness, and realistic habits. And in our final section, we'll step back, recap the journey, and leave you with inspiration to keep making smart choices every day. As we close this journey, one message stands out. The bread you choose each morning can either weigh down your kidneys or give them a chance to rest. For seniors after 60, every slice matters more than ever. Yet, as Richard Lee's story showed us, kidney-friendly eating doesn't mean giving up taste or joy. It means making informed, realistic choices. We discovered that not all dark breads are dangerous, as pumpernickel can be safe in moderation. Oat bread, often assumed healthy, requires label reading and portion control. Sprouted grain bread, praised as a superfood, can be risky if eaten daily but useful in limited amounts. Sourdough, steeped in tradition, provides both flavor and balance when chosen wisely. And finally, white bread, often dismissed, turned out to be the most kidney-friendly of all. The lesson is clear. There's no single perfect bread. Only the right bread for your kidneys and your life. What matters most is awareness, checking labels, limiting sodium, and pairing wisely. With small daily decisions, you can protect your kidneys without feeling deprived. So, take a fresh look at your bread shelf. Ask yourself, is this loaf helping my kidneys or quietly working against them? That simple question may change your health more than you realize. If this video gave you clarity, share it with a friend or loved one over 60. And don't forget to subscribe, because in our next video, we'll explore another everyday food that surprises many seniors: cheese. Which varieties can quietly damage your kidneys and which ones may actually protect them. Friends, today you discovered how something as simple as choosing the right bread can make a huge difference for your kidneys after 60. Small changes like lowering sodium, watching potassium and phosphorus can protect your health and give you more energy every day. That's exactly what we do here at Health 304, bringing you practical, science-based health tips that are easy to follow and can truly change your life. If this video helped you, please share it with a family member or a friend. A small piece of information could make a big difference for someone you love. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Health 304 and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss our upcoming videos. Each week, we bring you new insights on kidney health, heart care, senior fitness, and much more. Remember, health is a journey, and you don't have to walk it alone. We're here with you every step of the way. I'm your friend, and you've been watching Health 304. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.